Well, howdy and hello there. I am Phoenix Blade and welcome back to Minecraft. That's right. And also, welcome back to this song I'm using, cause woohoo, why not, right? Downloaded it, might as well use it. Shooey. Alright. So anyways, back to Minecraft. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this. I think the last time I played it was a quick little live stream test, just to see how that would work on the PS4. I think in the last actual episode, oh gosh, what, hey, what are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my house? Get out of my home. Frickin', y'all crazy? What the frick? I'm gonna have to put glowstone down here once I get glowstone. Is it dark in here too? Now I'm nervous. What if it's too dark in here? Oh gosh, there's gonna be monsters spawning everywhere. I need glowstone everywhere. Okay, so I think in the last episode of the last official YouTube episode that I uploaded of Minecraft, I had kind of done a bunch of stuff off camera. So let me go around and kind of show you what that was. So I think you've already seen up here. I did change around where this stuff is. So like I put a painting here and I organized stuff sort of like I put useful tools and gear in here, and I also put maps up. I'm gonna have to fill that out so that doesn't look so lame because it's just a little speck. And then I put random junk and building supplies, I guess, in here. I'm also, this is helping me memorize what I did with stuff because it's been a while. I do in fact have some charcoal in here, so that's great. Actually I got quite a bit of charcoal, so that's cool. And in this chest I have a bunch of my food stuffs. Off camera, the wolfo that I was gonna make into my loyal pet, well, there's a bunny, you see. There was a bunny and I was like, oh man, bunnies, I love bunnies, they're so cute. And then something horrible happened, and you know what happened? The dog ate it. The dog ate the rabbit, and I was like, no. And so I took my stone sword here and I shoved it straight into the dog's brain. And I mean, honestly, it was more gruesome than watching the dog eat the bunny, but I had to, you know, serve justice. Justice was served. Anyways, so I got to work on the back porch of this, so that's a thing. I'm going to, you know what, that bothers me. Do I have? Yes, I do have a cobblestone. I need to fix this real fast. There we go. Still sick, also, just in case you were wondering, but that's fine because I am one that heals quickly. It may not seem like it because I'm recording all the videos in one day, so it makes it seem like I'm sick during one whole week, but I guarantee next time I record I will be better. Well, hopefully. I sure hope so anyways. In terms of this, I want to do something with that. Not quite sure what yet, but I'll do something with this to make it look better. Maybe, ooh, you know what? I did this in a previous world. Maybe I'll do like a type of fountain thing that goes like doo 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 around this. Like so, like maybe even exactly like that, right? And I'll put water in here and like lily pads, and then I'll do bushes that kind of go up the wall just a little bit to give us some artsy fartsy, you know, nature look. Maybe I'll do that. Meanwhile, wildlife seems to be trying to take over the land, and that is most unacceptable. My name is Sean Connery, and I am going to tell you right now, chicken, this is most unacceptable. I am the last dragon. Don't you realize? Get out of here. I'm the last Phoenix, actually. That movie was entirely a lie. I had to dress up as a dragon in a giant rubber suit. It was most awkward. My family disowned me, but that is fine. Anyways, so I need a clear goal for this episode, because otherwise I will just run around and ramble on forever. That tends to be what I do lately. I've noticed when I don't know what to do next, in these kind of like I can do whatever the frick I want series. So I do need to go to sleep when it's dark enough. Okay, so I'm thinking finish working on the building would be great, right? Like that's probably a good idea, if anything, because I have not finished. As you may have noticed, I still have the roof and all the like interior decor to do. So I've got lots of cabinets and such to build. Other than that, after I finish with the house, I'm thinking diggy hole, a lot of that, so that I can get a nether portal. And I mean, just eventually try to find a sea temple, because that's one of my to-do things on my lists and whatnots, of things to do, because I've gone to sea temples before, but I usually die and I don't explore them too much. And I also, sponge blocks are new to me. I've never gotten one before, and I think that'd be really cool to try to do something with them. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the house and what I want to finish working on first. So, did I finish with the porch? I don't even actually know if I did that. That should be... Okay, yes, I did finish with this, so that's good. So I'm pretty happy with this. The only thing maybe that I'd want to do would be have more dark oak fence and put that down here, or maybe I'd do cobblestone fence. Just do something right here on this ledge to make it look different. Maybe stairs. I don't know. I'll think about it soon. And then also stone brick for the just kind of surrounding entrance to this cave of mine. The roof is the main concern, I think, at this point, which means I need a lot of dark oak. I do have some, but not a lot, I don't think. I could check my chests just to verify with myself whether or not my inventory is quite stocked. Otherwise, I'm going to have to nag at my secretary and say, Secretary Janine, I told you I needed more dark oak last month. And look, there's nothing. There's nothing there but what I already had. What are you doing, Janine? And Janine, while painting her fingernails in that very intricate and quite frankly fancy as heck way that some girls like to do, while she's just sitting there at her desk, not even answering phone calls. Like, the phone is ringing, but she is not picking it up, and quite frankly that's ticking me off. And she's just going, well, sir, I just want you to know that that's not in my job description. My job description is to answer phones and to look pretty. That's literally in my contract, to look pretty. And what am I doing right now? And I'm like, well, Janine, it does look like you are, prettying yourself up for something, if not just to look pretty. And she's like, that's right, I'm looking most fabulous today. So you, if anything, should give me a raise. And you'd think I would stick up for myself and I would, grow a backbone and be like, well, now, Janine, this is most unsatisfactory behavior of some employee of mine. But no, in fact, I chickened out, and she will be having my job next week. The business will probably go under due to the fact that she actually does not know how to run a business whatsoever. She somehow talked me over giving her all the shares to the company, and she's going to finger quotes run the company the way she sees fits, which it might turn into one of those yoga fitness clubs where a bunch of young good looking ladies do a bunch of stretchy poses, and there's always that like one or two guys who are kind of, they're in the class, but you could tell why they're in the class, but they're trying not to act like that's why they're in the class. But we all know why they're in the class. That might be what happens to the company. But you know what? This all comes down to one very important thing, you guys. Don't let people just push you around. Be your own boss. Not all, like in all situations, but like just know when to say no. You gotta, it's just like the famous song goes, you gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them. And unfortunately, I folded when I should have holded with Janine. And that is why I'm out here in this wilderness. Probably I lost my company she probably even tried to murder me just because of that one horrible Christmas gift I gave her that one time. And now, I mean, it's just a nightmare. It's a living nightmare every day. I don't even know what world this is. There's just monsters everywhere. No, that's probably not how I got out here, but still. Regardless. Man, I gotta say, that's definitely one thing I did miss about this series. Is the fact that I just tend to come up with these random flip-flopping stories and just I love ranting, you know. Oh, and also I've been really getting into doing, well, it's probably a bad impression, but I've been really getting into doing a Sean Connery impression, just because to me there's nothing funnier than saying some really weird crap with his voice, you know, like like I woke up this morning and I sniffed my hand, and dear God, I have no clue what the hell I did the night prior. Saying that, I don't know, a second time, not as funny as when I first told that to my friends today. And I mean, it was just so spur of the moment that it made everybody, including me, laugh so hard. I don't know about how hard they laughed, but my ribs hurt when I first said that. Saying that now, knowing that a couple of people are gonna, you know, listen to that, it makes me, like, if anything, anxious. I'm like, that's embarrassing I said that. But, you know, again, you gotta know when to hold them. And I'm going to hold my comedic chops up there for all to see and say, hey, this is where I am right now in my comedy level, okay? I'm trying to get better on a day-to-day basis. I'm trying to become the best I can be, and the only way you can do that is through trial and error. And you guys, you freaking every day telling me I'm nothing, I'm worthless, I'm a piece of crap, and you know what? It's true, just like my father said. I'm nothing. No, don't think like that. You got this, Phoenix. You could be really funny if you want to. You gotta know it's all about timing, right? It's about your delivery as well. And on top of even that, it's really your topic. You gotta know your audience. So, for example, what do I know about my audience? Right now, and my audience is constantly changing, it would seem, but from my current analytics, the majority of my audience is anywhere from 18 to like 35, mostly male, although the female demographic is increasing. Just probably how it works, not because I'm like really attractive as trying to put an attention or what. It's probably not because of that, but the audience, mostly males, mostly, you know, my age bracket, actually. It doesn't really get too in-depth and like they all like Pokemon or they're an Aquarius, you know. It doesn't really get that in-depth, which honestly, if it did get in more depth, maybe it would help. But I mean, I know my age range, which means I'm not trying to cater to children. Thank goodness, honestly, because even though I do try to make this family friendly, I don't like cursing a whole lot. On YouTube, off YouTube, I'm a little sailor. Not little as in because I'm only 5'7" and it's like, oh, that's small, but it's like technically no, that's, I mean, maybe for a male, but that's like on the lower end of average height. But I'm not getting into this conversation right now. Anyways, point is that what was my point? I've lost track. It was something like I'm not a little, I swear a lot. That's right. Okay, right. I swear a lot off YouTube, but on YouTube, I try to keep it tame. Just because, not even because of advertisement. Like, I'm not even advertising my videos, so that impacts me not at all. I just don't like cursing in front of people I don't know. That seems rude and weird to me at the same time. Like, would you go up to a bunch of people you didn't know and just start swearing? I mean, maybe if you're a comedian and that's your job, but at that point, they probably know you're gonna swear. It's not like you're... Wait, hold on one sec. Sorry about that. Had a sick fit. Yeah, okay, I thought I cleared my voice already. Is my voice just gonna be stuck like this now? I can't get rid of whatever is in my throat right now. Tastes like marshmallows. Why? Don't ask, okay? I haven't had marshmallows today. Anywho. What am I... Oh, right, that's what I was pacing around for. I need stone. Do I have a lot of pickaxes? I don't. I should crate some before I really start tunneling, and it's about nighttime anyways. So I'm gonna craft some pickaxes, then go to bed, and then start getting a bunch of stone, so that I can finish with the tower a little bit, and then figure out what material I'm gonna use for the roof. Should I just stick with spruce? Maybe. I mean, it's looking okay to me. If anything, it looks exactly the same. Is this exactly the same? Is this the same wood and I'm just... I could have swore I put a different wood for up there, right? It just looks so... Again, I'm colorblind though, so greens, not so good with. Why? Because green actually has tints of red in it and I'm red type colorblind. Suck it! No, don't actually suck on whatever object you may have just grabbed a hold of quickly in attempts to satisfy my whole suck it phrase. Put it down. It could be dangerous. You could have just been toasting, buttering your toast with a knife. Not even a butter knife. You could have been using a very sharp knife. What am I looking for right now? Don't ask questions. And it's nighttime, which means monsters are spawning. Dang it. I already have the cobblestone I need. I just need to start making the actual pickaxes. Ooh, pardon me. Shut up, cow. You flip-flopping flipper. Okay, I was going on a tangent earlier that I wanted to kind of make a point, and I can't really remember what it was. Oh, right. You might curse in front of a bunch of people if you're a comedian and you're famous, but by then people already know that you're gonna be cursing. But you wouldn't just go up to a bunch of people you haven't met and you're trying to make a good impression and be like, yo, mother beep, what the beep you doing over here, you beep and piece of beep, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have something that I can actually blurt myself out with. Otherwise, I'd be cursing a lot just because I always think it's funny. Like, cursing is in its own way funny, but I always found it funnier when on TV somebody's cursing so much that they go into this whole dialogue that you can't even hear because it's basically a minute and a half of just beep. Like, what is it? Every word or every other word beeps to the point where their whole sentence is just, it doesn't matter what it was. They can't air it. I always thought that was funny. I got a bunch of coal, which is nice. I don't really need fuel at this point, but I'm doing it for the experience, because eventually I want to start doing a bunch of enchanting as well. I want to do the underwater enchantments. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Pretty dope, pretty fly, cause you know I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Just saying. Good song, by the way. Unfortunately, I have destroyed my torch. I've ran out of time for this episode. I hope, for your sake, and all the ladies out there, I hope for your sake as well, that this episode was most enjoyable. Remember, everybody, no means yes, and yes means hell yes. And as always, remember to keep the flame alive. Oh, and also subscribe and like and all that. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I've broken the rules. I'm not the one to be. Tired, cold, shaking and blue. She's on the phone to me.